Alright, so government is striking again in several states with minimum wage laws, and it's the usual suspects. Illinois, California, New York, the exact places that don't need this type of government meddling. Well, that's exactly what they're getting. And according to some reports, the incremental increase will cost 261,000 jobs. And when the $15 an hour minimum wage increase is in full effect, if they continue to phase it in at the same rate, it will cost 1.7 million jobs. Over 75% of these job losses will occur in California and New York. New York, by the way, again, the last place that needs something like this. As even Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's mother will tell you, just as a side note, she was paying $10,000 a year in real estate taxes up in the north, as compared to $600 a year in Florida. $10,000 a year in real estate taxes, by the way, is nothing short of insane. But it almost seems like New York, California, Illinois, these states are trying their best to make their states as unlivable as possible. If I wanted to destroy employment and destroy opportunity, I would be doing the exact same thing these states are doing right now. After all, even with the announcement of the phasing in of the $15 minimum wage, businesses in Illinois, for example, a small business in Illinois, Hoppers Poppers, I don't know about the name, but they stated they had a 5-location goal in Illinois. They wanted to open up 5 restaurants, but due to the minimum wage hike and the already high property taxes in Illinois, something I just mentioned very similarly a second ago, pertaining to somewhere else. But due to all of this, they are continuing their business ventures outside of Illinois. Do you know what that means? Less job opportunity for low-skilled workers, the exact same people that Illinois is trying to help. Government benevolence can be one of the most disastrous problems to try and deal with. Also, in New York, there are restaurants that are already cutting hours for workers. Some have increased prices, and according to the NYC Hospitality Alliance, 53.1% plan on eliminating jobs in 2019 as a result of mandated wage increases that took effect on December 31st, 2018. Not to mention that a recent report came out suggesting that minimum wage hikes will actually increase crime. Again, places like Los Angeles, Chicago, or New York City, this is the last thing that these places need. But it does make sense to expect an increase in crime, as who is causing most of the crime? Generally, it's 16 to 24-year-olds, and minimum wage increases directly affect that demographic. It leaves them with no job, less opportunities, less of a chance to develop marketable skills, more time on their hands, and no money. That is what I would consider a ripe situation to bring forth more crime and instability. And by the way, the report I just mentioned suggests that a federal minimum wage increase to $15 an hour would generate a criminal externality cost of approximately $2.7 billion. You want to talk about unintended consequences, look no further than your compassionate politicians and their attempts at legislating poverty away. At the end of the day, it has been said that minimum wage is terrible economically, but it's fantastic politically. And this holds true, as anyone who doesn't take the time to think through the implications of these attempts to simply legislate away any sort of impoverishment, those who really think that a politician's signature can solve our problems will have a very rude awakening. And it's so obvious at this point that I would not even describe these problems as unforeseen consequences anymore. How can they be unforeseen when too many people saw them coming from a mile away? But that's it for now. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this stuff right here. See you later.